Well, in the beginning, we did in fact shoot in a pine forest, and the requirement changed. The roots became the most interesting sculptural part of it, and the roots actually over the period of the films got bigger and bigger.
Well, thank you. We'll just go.
Aragog's lair was exactly that, was down and in among all these exposed roots.
I think one of the best sets we built was a Forbidden Forest. Right at the beginning, when we were sitting down talking up ideas for the tour, the forest was one of the hot ticket items for us, because we know we can produce a really good forest.
I think it's really good that, you know, they're introducing the Forbidden Forest to the tour. Basically, there will be spiders, Aragog will be there, and he will be closer than you'd like.
We'll get sketches down from Stuart Craig. Usually we'll make a scale model like this one.
That model for me is where it all starts.
The biggest kick you get really is in the skill of others. The painters, the plasterers, the sculptors, the scenic artists. Often better than you ever imagined, and that's the most gratifying thing.
When you start looking at a proper tree and you look at the bark shapes, it's really hard to produce a tree that looks natural. What we do is we go out, we'll look at trees, and if we can, we'll take some silica, we'll apply it to the tree. And so basically we're copying it, and then we'll take that back to the studio, and then we'll cast sheets out of it.
When somebody comes up and says, "Oh, how are you going to build the spider?" Truthful answer is, we haven't a clue. We discussed what it had to do and how it had to move. You tend to start off making a small model to discuss, and absolutely nobody has a clue of what that is going to be like when it's scaled up. You're looking at something it's got the floor plan of the Eiffel Tower. It's ridiculous.
I used to be known as the jungle art director because I did Greystoke, I did The Mission, and I seem to have a lot to do with trees throughout my career. So I think what I wanted to achieve with it is to learn from what had worked in all those previous circumstances and develop it further.
The Forbidden Forest was always a creepy place, and it's a great environment to have creatures in. And I think it's great that it's been introduced as somewhere that people can go around and experience a bit of that uncertainty.